Welcome to the Once Upon an Island podcast. I'm your host, Wesley, and of course, I am joined by my lovely co-host,
Mary.
And today we're talking about Survivor 46, the rumors, the twist, the cast, but no spoilers, nothing beyond stuff we're going to find out like in a month or month and a half when they say, hey, here's the cast for the season.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing beyond what we're going to find out later, but we do know some things and we're here to discuss it all. Mary, we are recording this the day after the 45 finale. And I have to ask briefly, have you lessened your distaste for what Katurah did last night?
No, absolutely not.
A lot of the comments agree with our frustrations with Katurah's move. So anyways, we're here to talk about 46. I just wanted to double check on that real quick, see if you felt differently.
Do you?
I stayed up. No,
Okay.
I feel like Katurah screwed up massively. And if she says anything else, she's wrong. But we're here to talk about 46. It's the day after 45. We had the preview last night, which we didn't talk about in our finale podcast. We held off because, frankly, what the heck?
Right, there's not much to talk about.
It's like
really.
the worst preview of all time.
We did mention how we thought maybe they were really leaning into Apply for Survivor because it was mainly all their application videos. That's what we were shown. So, and with the whole Drew bit about, applying for Survivor and it's the best thing in your life or whatever. We thought maybe this was like just kind of like big advertisement to apply for 47 and 48. That's what it kind of felt like.
I gotta say that, yes, I agree with you. And I wonder because did I mention this on the podcast or off the podcast? I forget. But so much was made on the On Fire podcast with Jeff Probst and Rick Devens and the other guy about how, you don't need coaching to get on Survivor.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to apply, be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it was definitely like I don't think they directly named Adam, but man, put two and two together. It's Adam that they're talking about, a former winner of Survivor. They're putting on blast by saying you don't need his help to get on the show. You just be yourself. So anyways, Adam got 3 people on the cast 45. I don't know if anybody in 46, because I think Adam waits until they officially announce the cast to say. That's when he waited to announce that anybody was on 45 that he helped.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if anybody in 46 got Adam's help too. But maybe this cast is free of Adam, and that's why they're pushing. So look at this cast. Ooh, Adam didn't help anybody here.
That's possible.
I can't believe they used a whole preview to do that. So I went back and watched the 45 preview. It was nothing like this one. Like almost nothing. This 46 preview, I feel like was 75% casting videos.
Yeah.
Did the cameras not work when they were on the island? What happened?
There was a electrical storm and all their footage was lost. So
no, I hate when that happens
Yeah.
and you have to use all the casting videos to make a point.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I actually kind of love it in a sense. I don't love it in the sense of like what I do want to have something to go into next season. Like the 45 preview gave us the infamous Brandon talking about how amazing his like grandparents or great grandparents were when they robbed a bank to pay rent.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brandon ends up being like a complete, goof on the season, can't climb a ladder, falls off of challenges. Like the contrast is hilarious, but we're not getting anything like that here. I think the only thing we got was the one dude, and do you have his name, who got his buff? He caught his buff and then he like really laughed, or some people say cackled. I don't know if that's the right word.
Yeah, that's Tevin Davis.
Okay, it's Tevin. All right. I thought, okay, so I wasn't sure. And don't blast us too hard if, by the way, we're wrong about some of these things, because we're guessing based off of like social media photos that we found on InsideSurvivor.com. They have the rumored cast and the rumored tribe divisions. That's where we're getting this information. So we're trying to put 2 and 2 together, but they didn't put anybody's names on the screen when we watched the show. So we're guessing, but yes, I believe you're correct. I believe it is Tevin as well. So Tevin was cackling when he got his orange buff. But so here's the things we do know for a fact. There are 18 players again. I know. Are you shocked?
Not shocked.
I was completely baffled when they said that. 26 days. What? No way.
3 tribes.
What? How'd you know that was next? All right. But the big news for those who maybe missed it, the first 2 episodes are going to be 2 hours. And then the rest of the season, 90 minutes. And then the finale, of course, the usual 3 hours. And we're talking about, by the way, with commercials. Obviously, without commercials, it's a little shorter. But without commercials, 2 hours for a second episode, it's like, holy crap, that's the longest they've ever done for a second episode.
Yeah.
Ever.
That is pretty long. I wonder why.
I hope it's worth it. Oh, I can tell you why. Money, 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 money.
Sure, but I wonder why.
CBS
exactly.
wants more money, and they got nothing else to air that night.
Don't they have to pay for longer shot? Well, I
They
see
already
CBS.
filmed it.
Yes, okay, never mind.
And Jeff said they were ready to make it longer if need be. I bet you even Jeff wasn't ready for 2 hours for the second episode.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I don't. Jeff said they filmed it with the 45 was filmed with the intention of being 90 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
but 46 was filmed knowing that it could be 60 minutes, but we could be going back to normal.
Right.
And I think this should be the new normal, not 2 hours second episode. I really, the only episode of the season I'm concerned about being too long. I think 90 minutes is the perfect length.
Yeah, I agree.
2 hours for a regular episode, man, there better be something that happens in there to make that worth it. That should have 2 hours should have been for the merge episode. Like that.
Sure.
Is a good
Save it
time.
for that. Mm-hmm.
But I know it has to do with the Amazing Race premieres week 3 of this season of Survivor.
Mm.
So they're just putting them back to back, fill a
Gotcha.
3 hour block.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it overall. I feel like the extra time definitely paid off this past season because this past season has been 45 have been regular 60-minute episodes the way through. We would have come out of it thinking less of it than we did.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a better season because of more time. And despite the fact the last 3 episodes were kind of like, the first 10 were great. I went back and I was watching episode 10 today because I was working on the Lulu Losers video, which by the way will be on Patreon, link in the description. And that's the episode really like hanging with the boys and like Emily like tricks Bruce. It's a good episode.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
Yeah, episode 11's where Emily gets voted off, and I feel like that's the first episode of the season. It's like, oh no,
Mm-hmm.
it is going to be a Reba steamroll. So it's the
Yeah.
last 3 episodes of 45 that were kind of like, oh no.
Yeah.
But the first 10, great.
Really good.
Yeah, every week, 45 was doing amazing through episode 10. So we'll see if 46 can hold that steam. But we're going to talk through. So twist wise, I promise we talk about twists and rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I don't know of any twists or rumors. Normally we got something. This season, nothing. Like we knew about the bird cages well before they happened at 44. That was a bust. Are they coming back? I don't think so.
So
You know?
probably still just have Boomerang Advantages,
Yeah.
Summit, all the usuals. Hopefully the auction comes back.
How much will be copy and pasted? I wonder. I bet you the rice negotiation comes back since they've done it every season.
Yeah.
Will Jeff stab the bag this time? You know, you got to mix it up. Maybe this time he slices it. I don't know. It says stabs it. I don't know. But what I'm saying is they did so much copying and pasting for 41 and 42 and then 43 and then 44. I wonder if they'll deviate here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I actually kind of like that. There's more mystery, but also it gives us less to talk about.
Well, I was just going to say, I think in 45, I didn't have really any issues with any of the twists or anything except for maybe the Summit sandwich amulet thing. And I really liked the auction, but it could probably be tweaked. So as long as they keep it pretty close to what 45 was, I'd be fine with that.
Oh no, the sandwich amulet. I like that because they had an option to get out of it.
Sure.
I actually thought, if I recall, I thought I liked it at the time and I like it now. And it paid off. I mean, Austin ended up getting his way.
Well, not necessarily that they had to pick between a sandwich and a amulet. Like the choice is good. I guess I just never really liked the amulet where it automatically puts targets on everybody.
Sure. And I agree, if they're being forced into it, I don't like it. But because they had the option to get out of the whole amulet situation and they still did it, you know, good. But what I think the only twist I really didn't like in 45 that I recall, that I hope they don't bring back 46, is that remember that Sweat and Savvy puzzle that nobody could solve?
Oh, yeah.
And then they made Emily go and choose whether to do it or not. Like, I don't think that like necessarily ended Emily's game, but what a waste of half her day that she can get spent with the tribe. And by the way, I think that was the episode where she went home too.
I think you're right.
I could be wrong. Could be wrong, but I think it's the episode where she goes home. So I don't like, there's no need. There was no need to have one person go on a journey to go to a puzzle you already know they're not going to get. A puzzle. I watched a YouTube video on how to do it, Mary, and even then I was like, how is anyone supposed to solve this on Survivor without some sort of instruction? It is crazy. It's not like a slide puzzle where it's like with time you can get it.
Yeah.
This is one where it's like you either know how to do it or you don't know how to do it.
Or they shouldn't have any time limit. Well, obviously there has to be a time limit, but not like whatever was it like 5 minutes or half an hour?
Sets.
Yeah, you have until the sun sets to figure this out, maybe.
Out there for like 3 hours trying to do this puzzle. Yeah. Anyways, so 45, it's funny because it was chock full of twists again, but most of them ended up being for naught, or, the best things were just the straight idols or the shot in the dark, which works as an idol.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that, it's always been the best object to give players in the game, not steal a vote, not lose your, just straight up idols. So, well, I'm sure we're going to see a lot of similarities. We're going to see some new stuff. We just don't know. Nothing's been rumored. And it's kind of nice. I wonder if they killed the person. I don't mean killed, but maybe the person was in Fiji or worked on the show or something that was leaking all, because 40, 42, 43, 44, we talked about it well before. We were we already know all these rumors and twists and stuff. And 45 and 46, a lot more hush hush. And it's almost did they get rid of the person or people who are leaking all of the information about these seasons?
Well, they should have, I guess, if they didn't want it out.
But how do you nail that person down? I don't know. It sounds like a whole internal issue that I don't have to worry about. And
they figured it out, maybe.
Okay, well, let's talk about the 18 players that are heavily rumored. And when Inside Survivor heavily rumors somebody, they're 99% accurate, 99.9. So these people are undoubtedly going to be on our screens for 46. Mm-hmm. We know where they're from. We know how old they are. We know what jobs they have. So we'll play the classic game of, is this a blue collar job? We might have done this when we previewed this season back over the summer, but I forgot everything I said. So we'll play it again, almost like a brand new game. Also, I want to mention before we talk about the cast, Mary and I are going to be podcasting the entirety of Traitors Season 2, which is going to be featuring Parvati and Sandra, and I am looking forward to this. Hopefully one of them will be a traitor. As we said, we hope Parvati will be a traitor.
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice.
She plays better from the top, and Sandra plays better from the bottom, so... Yeah, if you didn't see the first season, it's featured Sari and Stephanie from Survivor. I have a video all about it here on YouTube, but I encourage you just to watch it. It's a great season. It was fun. A 9 out of 10 season.
Really fun.
And then I have Dee and Lulu Losers video going up on Patreon here soon. So links in the description. It's free to sign up for. Okay, Mary, I'm going to trust you to tell me. We're going to go tribe by tribe. And I have pictures, and they've been sliding on screen this whole time. But basically... there are 3 tribes. What are their colors?
Purple, green, and orange.
Gosh, is that not the same colors as the 44 tribes?
I have no idea.
I remember them having a purple because that was Tika. And then they had Ratu, that was orange. And then they had Soka, that was green.
So, yes.
Okay, so we're just copy and pasting the colors from 44. Amazing. Great work. High quality. All right, so what tribe are we starting with first?
Purple.
All right. First player on purple, Mary. Lay him on me.
So the first player is IT worker Banu Gopal.
Let's start with their name first. You're getting me next. I thought their name was IT for a second. What's their name?
Banu. Bhanu.
Okay. I'm trying to find them on my screen as well. Oh, here we go. From Boston, Massachusetts. What? They never cast from that area. Never. All right, Mary, here's the real question. Is IT professional a white collar job?
Yes.
What? Yeah, you're right. They're 42 years old though. So Banu is in a rarefied era because how many people are in their 40s in this cast? Last season, there's only 2. This season, I'm counting 3. And one is literally 40. So barely makes the cut. Mm-hmm. That's the oldest we get, by the way. It's going to be 47. Heads up. Banu is not the oldest, but he is the second oldest. 42. From Boston, Massachusetts. Okay, next player, Mary, on the purple tribe.
David Jelinski. Or Jelinski, I'm not sure. Probably Jelinski. David, I'm trying to find what I'm looking at is not as clear cut as yours. We should be looking at the same thing, I guess. All right, David Jelinski, 21 years old from Las Vegas, Nevada, slot machine sales specialist. Is this blue collar or white collar? I think this is more blue collar. I would say
slot machine sales specialist to me is white collar.
Oh, I guess I missed the sales. I thought he just worked at a casino.
I agree. Honestly. If it was slot machine specialist, like fixing them, blue collar.
Yeah.
Sales is white collar.
Yeah.
That's the key word there.
Sure.
21 years old, by the way, from Las Vegas. And it kind of has is this the Sammy of 46? It's the same location. Kind of like the hair. I don't know, the curly hair. They do archetypes. Do they have to do the archetypes from the same location too?
Maybe that's part of it. We have to get a crazy Las Vegas kid.
David's 21, Las Vegas, Nevada. I will not harp on that location as much because we get like one person from there every so often. It's not the classic
Boston.
locations of California or the Northeast where New Jersey, New York, Massachusetts, that area that they love. All right, who's the next player on purple?
Next is Quintavious.
Quintavious. What a name, by the way.
Yeah, that is an awesome name.
29 years old, Senatobia. I think it says MS, so I assume that's Massachusetts.
MS? No, that's Mississippi.
Oh, Mississippi. My apologies. You were correct. MA is Massachusetts.
Yeah.
MS is Mississippi, a place that we don't normally get people from, which is cool.
That is cool.
Realtor Mary, white collar or blue collar?
That's white collar.
Wow, we're 3 for 3 on white collar. I'm waiting for our blue collar workers. Where are they at? Also, another thing that we're looking for when we go through every cast, and we'll do the same thing when we do 47, 48. We are still missing 4 states without anybody ever cast from them on going on now 46 seasons of Survivor, because I don't think any of these states are cast on this season. We'll double check. Those states are Alaska, shockingly enough, New Mexico, another big population state. And I say big population, like those are like, Alaska's like one of like how everyone knows where Alaska is. Nobody forgets. You ask somebody where Wyoming is, they're like, oh my, it's somewhere over here. Is it there? Is it? You know what I mean? Like, I know where Alaska's at. Anyways, Alaska, New Mexico, West Virginia, which is almost heaven. We've joked about this before. Still haven't got anybody cast from there. And I keep tripping on the last state. I think it's North Dakota. North Dakota. That's actually the state I get the most why they haven't cast. That's a very low population state.
Yeah.
But West Virginia, how do they cast from all the states surrounding it all the time?
Right.
By the
that
way,
one is confusing.
What do they have something against West Virginia? Do they not like the song? Do they not like the song West Virginia? All right. Who's the next player?
Jessica Chong.
Jessica Chong from San Francisco, California. Oh, California. What are the odds? 37 years old. You ready for this? Software engineer, Mary. White collar, blue collar?
White collar.
White collar. Also, I am looking for no collars. I mean, we did do a season. Season 30 was white collars versus blue collars versus no collars. We got a no collar in here. Let me know. Mary's like, what the heck's a no collar?
What is a no collar?
Coconut vendors. They seek truth, Mary.
What? I don't get
There was a coconut vendor on the no collar tribe, and he seeked truth, he said. As a coconut vendor, I seek truth. That was his exact.
Oh, yeah. It's like artists and things like that.
Yeah, maybe like a freelance artist.
Okay.
That would be no collar.
Okay. We might have some of those.
Depends.
I forgot about no collar. Okay. Next, we have Kinsey Verink.
This is still the purple tribe, right?
Yes. We got 2 more purples.
Oh, 2 more purples. Okay.
Well, I mean, Kinsey
Verink. Oh,
and one
this
more.
is the lady with bright red hair.
Yes.
Like you can immediately, like, and I was in the trailers, like, have we had when was the last time we had like a legit redhead? Though I think her hair's dyed.
Her hair's probably dyed.
Not knocking her at all. I'm just saying we haven't had like somebody with red hair in a while because it stood out immediately. 28 years old, Charlotte, North Carolina, decent location, not an overly used location. Hairstylist.
That's why it's probably that.
Hairstylist seems white collar to me. Is that blue collar?
No, that's okay. We're doing it based on like level of education and the amount of physical work you have to do.
Yes, physical work for me is a big factor in the white collar, blue collar.
A hairstylist is physical work. You're on your feet all day long.
All right, we'll call it blue collar.
That's my opinion.
All right, I'll give it to you. That's blue collar.
Okay.
Now, if she was like a hairstylist shop owner, white collar.
Sure.
Like she owned the shop.
Well, I think she does own the shop, but she also works. It's like her shop. That's what it seemed like in her little tiny, the 3 seconds we got from her application video.
Yeah, on the preview.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, for now, we'll say blue collar. So let's do it this way. We're 1 out of 5 for blue collar.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is next? Who's the last person on the purple tribe?
Last person on purple is Tiffany Nicole Irvin.
That's quite a name. Tiffany Nicole Irvin, 32 years old, from Trenton, New Jersey. What? No way. Another person from the Northeast I never would have guessed. Visual artist.
So no collar?
Is this no collar? What is visual artist?
I don't know. So I'm going to say no collar.
I'm looking up Instagram real quick. This could be an Instagram thing. All right.
Well, wouldn't that be like, that's what I'm saying, is that's classified as like a no collar because you're not white collar. You don't have to get a lot of education, I'm assuming. It's not blue collar because there's not a lot of physical
I'm
work.
worried this is just a fancy name for I'm an influencer online.
Yeah, so it will be a no collar.
No, that's not. If you're an influencer, like if you're doing YouTube or you're an influencer, I guess we fall under that. That's white collar. This is not this is not blue collar job.
I didn't say blue. I said no. I've been saying
but
no.
I'm saying this isn't. I don't know if this is a no collar. I'm looking at her Instagram right now because she's very much on Instagram. Makes a lot of art. All right, I'll give her no collar. Very artsy. Very artsy. Okay, so we have 1 blue collar, 1 no collar under our definition, and 4 white collars on purple. Okay, Mary, whose tribe is next? Which tribe is next?
We're doing Green Tribe next.
Green Tribe.
Mm-hmm. So we'll start with the women on Green Tribe first. We've got first up Jem Hu Adams. JEM.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I was supposed to spell it. 31 years old from San Francisco, California. That's 2 people from the same city in the same state.
San Fran.
San Fran. We got 2 people from San Fran.
That is a big city.
Yeah. Okay, Mary. Stop. You don't have to root for Survivor casting. Okay, they do fine job. All right. Sales and management coach, white collar.
Yeah.
Coach, white collar.
Yeah.
Coach, white collar, and sales and management, white collar.
Yeah.
It's the most white collar thing you could say besides like CEO.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is the first player on the which tribe? Green.
Green. We're on green.
Who's next?
Next, we've got Maria Schreim Gonzalez.
47 years old, Dallas, Texas. Physical therapist. Physical therapist. Is that blue collar?
I'm pretty sure that's blue collar.
Man, you know when I think blue collar, I think Dirty Jobs with Mike Rowe. I know that show is like 15 years old now, but like those are the kinds of jobs I think blue collar. And we're over here saying blue collar, I'm like, it's like, yeah, I guess technically, but it barely like, you know, it's like, it doesn't quite feel blue collar, but I'll give it. I'm not like, I'm looking for, I guess, more different personalities. And it feels like we're kind of like pulling from the same pool of personalities, you know?
Well, we had 3 liars with very different personalities in season 45. So
yeah, they all lied about their job. Okay, so Maria Schreim Gonzalez, the oldest player on the season, 47 years old, Dallas, Texas, physical therapist. I don't think we've had anybody else from Texas so far on the season that we talked about.
Not yet.
Who is next?
Next is Mariah Gaynor.
She's 28 years old, program coordinator. That is white collar.
Yes.
All right. So we have how many blues so far? 2?
3.
2 blues,
2,
1
sorry.
no, and everyone else is white.
Yes.
She's from this is a location they haven't cast from before. San Diego, California. Oh, oh no, wait. That little state of California. Okay. All right. That's only 3 people from California. That's some, that we're like halfway through the cast. That's actually some like restraint.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
All right. Who's next?
Next is Ben Katzman.
Ben Katzman from Miami, Florida. 31 years old. Musician.
I thought we said we go with no collar for musicians and artists.
Ooh. Is it? Depends. Are you an independent or are you like, it depends on what what are you musician in, you know? Musician is such like, it's like such a generic term.
Yeah.
That's like saying video maker. Yeah. But like, what kind of videos do you make? You know, do you make movies? Do you make TV shows? Do you make YouTube? Do you make things we don't talk about? Cause you know, like, you know what I mean? Like what kind of musician, what kind of, you know, I need more specificity, but under the general musician label, you want to say no collar?
Sure.
I'm eyeballing this one. All right. Who's next?
Next is Charlie Davis.
25 years old, law student. That's white collar.
White collar.
Yeah. That's white collar. Oh, hey. Not a lawyer though, just a law student.
Law student. And where's he from?
I love to say it. Manchester by the Sea. I didn't realize that was the whole name of the location.
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts. What?
Yes, Massachusetts.
No way. That little state of Massachusetts has how many people in the season, but we can't get one from Alaska. All right. So Mary and I, back in 2016, a little side story, but it's very related to Charlie Davis.
Charlie Davis.
We watched a movie called Manchester by the Sea, starring Ben Affleck's brother, Casey Affleck. And to this day, it is still one of the most depressing movies I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I never want to watch it again.
I never want to watch it again. It won a bunch of awards that year, and I don't think anyone's ever thought about it since. But every time I see the name Manchester by the Sea, even though it's a location, I understand they just named the movie after it, is horrible. And because I don't like it, I'm going to spoil it for you. You ready? All right. Everyone's
Don't spoil it.
I'm spoiling it. It's not good. It's not a good movie. Now, and by the way, you're allowed to like the movie. I'm just saying, in my opinion, it's not a good movie. I'm not stating this as a fact. It's just my opinion. So Manchester by the Sea is so depressing the whole time. And then it turns out halfway through the movie, it's because he killed all of his kids and his wife. I don't know if it was his wife. He got drunk. He left the fire going in his house and he went to the gas station to get more alcohol. This is my recollection. I could be wrong. It's been 7 years, almost 8 years since I watched it. And then he comes back home and the whole house is burned down with his kids inside because he was getting alcohol while the fire was going in the fireplace in his house.
Yep.
Yay. And the movie keeps going after that. That wasn't even like the beginning to set it up. That was midway through. And I'm like, what? And it just got worse. It never got better.
Yeah, there was no redemption at the end.
Now, I feel like, though, if you have ever been in that situation where you've burned down your entire house and your family and you're an alcoholic, maybe, that this movie could be very therapeutic. Now, for me, I have yet to do that as I'm podcasting with my wife, Mary, right now. But Mary, you better watch out because we have a fireplace downstairs and this could happen at any moment. I could just go on a binge and just burn down our house, baby. You know, there's going to be one fan of this movie who's going to comment on this and not like what I just said, but I didn't like the movie.
Yeah, we didn't like the movie.
All right, so Charlie Davis, it's not your fault that movie sucked, but I'm eyeballing you.
He looks the opposite of the movie.
He's smiling.
He's like got a big goofy grin on.
Yeah, that's the opposite of the movie Manchester by the Sea. All right, who's next?
Next is, and last for Green Tribe is Tim Spicer.
Tim Spicer, kind of like that. Spicer, 30 years old, Atlanta, Georgia, senior program manager.
White collar.
Definitely white collar. Okay, so we have 2 no collars, 2 blue collars, or 1 blue collar.
2, because you said you would allow the physical therapist to be a blue collar.
Oof, I mean, it's testing my limits.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got 2 no collar, 2 blue collar, but I'm eyeballing. I'm eyeballing one of the no collars, one of the blue collars.
Okay.
I need more info. All right, who's next? What's the next tribe?
Last tribe was Orange, the Orange Tribe.
All right, who's on the Orange Tribe?
So first up, we have Hunter McKnight.
Hunter McKnight. Okay, well, this is in alphabetical order, and you think I would know the alphabet. All right, 27 years old, French Camp, that's kind of a cool name, but Mississippi. 2 people from Mississippi this season. What? Wow. Okay. I mean, it's not like a state they normally pull from.
Mm-hmm.
Like
pretty cool.
That often. So yeah, cool. Chemistry teacher. Teachers. I think we generally put that under blue collar.
Yeah.
If you're a teacher. What if you're a school principal who quits the show? Is that white collar?
Stop. That's white collar.
All right, double checking. All right, chemistry teacher though. What blue collar? So we got 3 blues, 2 nos. Though I'm eyeballing one of each. All right, who's next?
Next we have Randon Montalvo.
Randon Montalvo, from Kissimmee, Florida, 40 years old. Kissimmee, Florida. How many Floridas do we have? Is that 2 now?
2 Floridas, Miami.
Oh, okay. I thought there was more than that for some reason. I thought it said 3, but I guess only 2. Aerospace technician. Whew.
Definitely
Aerospace
white collar.
Technician. That's got to be blue collar. You said white collar?
I said white collar. I mean, that is a lot of schooling.
For me, it's
and
not,
a lot of money.
For me, it's not just about schooling, though. I guess I see your point. It's more like, what are you doing day to day? And if you're like that if you're doing, that's blue collar work. Is it not?
I see what you're saying. If he's out there like hammering with a hammer and stuff, sure. I would imagine him behind a computer, though. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay, so this is our lack of knowledge.
Yes.
that's the issue. If this job requires using your hands, which is what I suspect it is, blue collar. If it is sitting behind a computer, which is what Mary suspects, white collar.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards technician being blue collar. Aerospace, that's planes.
Yeah.
So, all right, we'll see. We'll find out. Who's next?
Next, we have Tevin Davis.
Tevin Davis, 24 years old, Goochland, what a name, Virginia, actor / musician. Is this
no collar?
Is this no collar? Here's the thing. Survivor used to thrive on casting actors and models all the time. And then they'd give them job titles like bartender, because that's what they did part-time.
Mm-hmm.
When their real aspiration was to be an actor or music. I would not sit here and say all those seasons where they cast all those actors as no collar seasons. But I can't. It's not white collar, I guess. It's like this. It's no collar, I guess, but I don't like
it's
it.
not blue collar.
It's no collar,
It's no
but I don't
collar.
like it. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Tevin, though, got like the most screen time in this preview.
Well, lots of excitement.
Yeah.
That's how you get screen time. So.
Yes. Also, do what the 45 jury was doing, overreact to everything. I mean, the new era juries have been doing that in general, but definitely overreact if you want them to cut over to you. You're like, oh, shoot, I've been voted off. Time to overreact to everything. That's the goal. Tevin, though, it seems like his personality.
Yeah.
Because I think he was even the one said, my motto is stay positive, test negative. So, Yeah. I think it's the same person.
Yes.
All right. Who's next?
Liz Wilcox.
Liz Wilcox, our resident geek of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully she's 3D printed all of the new puzzles. She could be the female Carson and break the game. 35 years old. This is okay. There was 3 people from Florida, Orlando, Florida. I had been skimming through the locations. Email marketing specialist, white collar, so white. I say this as someone who is white collar. That is a super white collar job. It's who came up with email marketing specialist as a job? Can I say that? Like, I don't stop emailing me marketing things. Okay, you get what I'm saying? Stop spamming me. I gotta block. All right, who's next?
Sedacia Thompson.
Ooh, I like the first name, Sedacia. 27 years old, Lake Hopatcong. Ooh, I'm not saying that right. Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey. Oh, New Jersey. They never cast from there. They never cast from. Why does the little state of New Jersey and Massachusetts get so many people? It's because somebody in castings from those. It's the only thing I think. All right, special education teacher, definitely blue collar, no question.
Mm-hmm.
Chemistry teacher, blue collar. Special education teacher, definitely blue collar. That is a hands-on job.
Yeah.
Chemistry teacher, I don't know how. I mean, like they're doing stuff in the lab, but special education, I feel like it's every day. It's hands-on.
Yeah.
All right, who's next?
The last player is Venus Vaffa.
Ooh, Venus Vaffa, 24 years old. Here's our Canadian for the season. Toronto, Ontario, data analyst, white collar.
Yeah.
I wasn't keeping exact count, but for those who were, we have, I think, 5 blue collar, or was it was 4 or 5? I forget.
4.
More than half the cast is white collar. That's no question here about that. I should have been keeping count, but I wasn't. I'm very tired from staying up late, editing not making excuses, just telling you why. My brain's at 80% functionality, maybe 70%. But what I am saying is I look forward to the season. The cast, I mean, I don't know too much about them. The preview gave us nothing. It just gave us casting videos. But people in casting videos are just on their best behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're going to act excited and be all crazy or be super serious. I mean, they're going to be like kind of extreme versions of themselves.
Yeah. I think Charlie Davis is the one that slammed his law book down. There's like one person slammed a law book down. I think that was him.
Mm-hmm.
Tevin got the excited, getting the orange buff.
I'm guessing David was the one that had like a Survivor slot machine set up.
So that I was wondering about, because I looked at it, I paused on it. I'm like, this isn't from like a specific season. Because I know they have, you and we went on I believe it was on a cruise once. I know we went on a cruise once. I forgot that's where we saw it. We saw like a Survivor slot machine, but it had like Rudy and Rich. It had people from season 1 on it. So it was a little bit on the older side because it was all season 1 Survivor, but his didn't look like a specific season. It just looked like he had to have gotten it himself. Obviously he wasn't at a casino. It didn't look like,
it didn't look like it was in a casino. It looked like it was probably at his house.
That's something if I would get, I don't have any issue. Like I don't have any, like I mean, also be at my house. I can't be gambling with myself. I don't have a gambling issue is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't have that. But I don't know if I brought that into my house, if then I have a child and then they get a gambling addiction from playing the Survivor slot machine in my house.
That's a bit extreme.
Got to get all the riches to get the $1 million. Son, you're going to go to jail. You got to pay taxes on that. All right. Really deep cut jokes there. Mary's just looking at me. She's like, what is he talking about? So the first winner Survivor, Mary, won $1 million, never paid taxes. So he went to jail.
Oh, cool.
Now you're caught up. All right. So let me redo the joke. Blah, blah, blah. Son, you have to pay taxes on that. You're going to jail. We We nailed it. All right.
Good job.
Well, great job, Mary. So that's all we know about 46 so far. I am anticipating. Oh, it premieres February 28th. I don't know if I said the exact date, but there you go. Premieres February 28th. We probably are going to get the official cast release along with all their backgrounds and whatever the stuff they fill out that we go over when we do the preview podcast. It's probably going to be early February. Look forward to that. Maybe like the first Monday of February, if not the last Monday of January. It's usually in that time frame. Okay, so time for your all's questions that I definitely didn't forget to record, and then we recorded like an hour after the podcast was done. Okay, Mike asks, what do you hope that they change from Survivor 45, and what do you hope they keep format-wise? Now, I know, Mary, you and I just talked about this, and we both agree, less journeys, and maybe some tweaks, but overall we liked it. Anything specifically?
I really like the auction, and I really hope they keep the auction. So yeah, I mean, I'd be fine with a few less summit journeys. Maybe, the one where Emily has to go solve the puzzle, like take that whole one journey out because that didn't seem to help. But yes, keep the auction, please. I would definitely like to see that again.
All right, next question is from Pimeness. How do you feel about Bruce making a third back-to-back-to-back season appearance?
Bruce, yay.
Could you imagine if they really did that? And it would be like, would they just keep doing it forever? And then we get to the point where Bruce has been on 10 seasons. Like at one point it got old and now we're back and it's hilarious again. Mary, how would you feel about that?
I think it's a waste of, obviously I think that's dumb, but it's funny.
Mary is like, it's funny, ? Okay, next question from Polarity Games. How do you feel about Sammy still being 19 when this airs?
Happy birthday, Sammy.
What's funny is that come this next October, Sammy will be 22, the age that he said he was on Survivor. So eventually we're going to get to the point where Sammy is actually the age that he said he was, but we're still going to sit here and say, no, Sammy's 19 years old. I mean, I'm shocked to hear this. I didn't know about it, but he's 19 years old. Next question from BJ Rue. How do you think the guy who legit cackled will do? Wasn't his name Tevin?
Yeah, I think that was Tevin. I mean, he has energy and he seems like he wants to have fun. And a lot of times people make it who are really there to have fun and are fueled by their passion. It seems like they have a lot of passion, but like, I have no idea. He could be someone who like gets tired of the rain and quits early too. So I don't know. Yeah.
The preview doesn't usually contain spoilers. I went back and watched the 45 preview and Brandon was featured pretty prominently. And Brandon ended up being voted off second at 45. So, it sounds like he'll be fun. Nothing in terms of how do I think they'll do placement wise. I have no idea with the previews. All right. Next question is from Mic'd BBLE. Do you think we will have anyone quit this time? Because I sure hope not.
Oh, I sure hope not either. I mean, that never makes for a good season when you have somebody quit, especially right at the very beginning. But, you never know, I guess.
What if only the white collar players quit and then Survivor will be like, we do need to get more blue collars.
That would be nice.
That would be funny. No, I hope nobody quits. The only reason for a quit is like MGM in 44 where, the reason he had to quit, like he was going to further damage himself. They can't force you to come out of the game unless it's life threatening. All right. Next question is from, BJ Rue again. Will it be similar to 45?
I hope it will be in some ways, like we talked about, like the twists and advantages and things. I hope a lot of that stays the same, but you always want it to be its own season and be different and have a different set of characters and, have something that makes it uniquely its own. So I hope not too similar in the fact of how the storyline goes, but just similar as far as like the advantages and setup.
So we have this is our last question, but we have a couple of people who commented on this. So credit to where credit's due. ALDCKENZ and also Potato Dog both comment on how this cast seems kind of wacky. Now, to be fair, we only got like a minute and a half of preview and most of it was like casting videos. And as I said earlier, you're on like your best behavior when you're doing your casting video. You're doing everything you can to get cast. So when you actually get on the island, you're going to be more toned down. You're also not going to have food in you. But they want to know, why is the cast so crazy? And in fact, one of them said, I prefer just normal people. Now, Mary, do you feel like this cast is wackier? Was 45 super wacky?
Not as wacky as probably 44, I think. But yeah, there were some strong personalities. And I do think that is something that Survivor's trying to do, is to have some loud, crazy, fun personalities that aren't maybe like the villain, like there's no fair plays or Hanses, but you've got Jam Jams or you've got, the guy with the buff or whatever. So something to still make, Tevin. Something to still make it interesting, but maybe more fun. Maybe that's what they're trying to go for. So they're getting these loud characters. I don't know. That's just my.
They're always going to cast the people who are extroverted. They don't really cast anyone who's introverted. They sometimes did that, and then the person ended up being purpled out of the show. So mostly extroverted people. I think that's what you're getting. And yes, as Mary just said, they don't really cast villains anymore. Heck, Emily was a villain for one episode this season, then quickly became a fan favorite. So even then, they couldn't they're like, all right, that's enough villain for now. She has to be fan favorite. So, but in the meantime, I highly encourage everybody who has not watched the first season of The Traitors on Peacock to watch it.
Yes,
season 2 starts January 12th. It's going to be awesome. I see it's going to be awesome just based on a guess. I have not seen it, obviously, but the first season was really great. And I read what changes they're doing to season 2 that they came out and said. And I was like, oh, that's stuff that they definitely needed to change to make the big show go from a 9 out of 10 to a 10 out of 10. So we'll see.
I'm kind of worried about the all celebrity cast. I feel like it was more fun with half celebrity, half newbies last time, but
the newbies got slaughtered.
They got
slaughtered. Yeah. No spoilers, but the newbies were just it was just like watching the first season of Survivor Fans vs. Favorites. It's like, even though nobody here has played this game, the newbies just got walked over.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah.
It was fun because if you're rooting for Sri and Stephanie, it's like, yeah, well, you're not getting slaughtered, but you're right. An all celebrity cast, it might actually be more cutthroat.
I'm just wondering about there's going to be drama, fake dumb drama that I don't care about.
Mary doesn't like the drama. Mary doesn't like but that's the kind of people that you think Parvati and Sandra are there because they're nice and kind and they're from the New Era Survivor. No, they're there because they're villains.
Sure.
By the way, House of Villains, I heard very good things about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that show is full of drama, but also I've watched some of it and it's definitely very making fun of reality shows at the same time. It's kind of funny that way. Yeah. It's it makes fun of the ridiculousness of these kinds of shows while also being a show.
Gotcha.
So we might have to check it out. Fair Play's on it, and word on the street is that he's doing really well.
You know how much I love.
And by word on the street, I mean I went on Wikipedia and looked at the results so far.
Oh.
Okay, well, thank you all for listening. We will see you next year when Traitors Season 2 and Survivor 46 starts. Okay, bye.